this is a quick video for women, and this is mainly for women who actually don't know that Christmas is pagan. I've talked to a few people lately that actually told me they did not know that Christmas was actually pagan. And you know where you can sort of attribute that is to your pastors, because most of your pastors know that. They know this, but they're not telling you, and they're not going to tell you. And if you go to your pastors and ask them about it, they're going to tell you that it doesn't matter. And the reason they're going to tell you that is, for one, it's prophesied that the pastors are going to be scattering the flock, scattering the sheep in the last days. Jeremiah 23, pastors are going to be scattering the sheep, the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And they're going to be speaking lies. And I know that's difficult for a lot of people to believe, that your pastor would be speaking lies to you, but Christmas, as much as I loved it growing up, as much as I loved it most of my life, as much as I believed that it was about the birth of the Son of God, it is not. It has absolutely nothing to do with the birth on this earth of the true Son of God, which is Yeshua Messiah. So, explaining to women who never knew Christmas is pagan is a little bit different than sharply rebuking the fables in the church, which is what we're supposed to do. And I'm this is TikTok, so I've got less than 10 minutes now to do this video, and I am not going to have time, obviously, to go through everything, but I will tell you that the origin of this holiday comes from winter solstice pagan traditions of things like Yule and Saturnalia. And Yule is a Nordic and Germanic holiday, and Saturnalia is the Roman version of this winter solstice holiday. And there are things like just many different things, but child sacrifice is a huge part of this. And one thing you need to know is that you're actually sacrificing spiritually, sacrificing your children to Satan, to Moloch, to Satan, Baal. During this time, when you put them on Satan Claus's lap, and think about, and it's not just the letters in his name, but think about it. All you gotta do is turn the letters around and unscramble them, and Santa, you have Satan. And it's just, his character was based on mainly Odin, the god, the pagan god, Norse pagan god Odin. The word Olnik actually is a term for Satan. And there's just so many different things that it would take a long video to go through everything, but all the customs are pagan. Now, why does this matter? Aren't we worshiping the birth of the Messiah? No, because there's absolutely no evidence whatsoever that the Messiah was born in December at all, let alone December 25th, which is, December 25th is the birth date, considered the birth date of almost every pagan sun god. Okay. And yes, they say they gave this date to Jesus, Okay. But the true Messiah of the Bible was not born then. There's strong evidence that he was born sometime in the fall or possibly in the spring. But I don't have time to go into that in this video, and that's not the purpose of this video, to talk about the exact time he was born. But the important thing to remember is that he was not born in December. So we're told in the Bible to worship him in spirit, to worship our Father in spirit and in truth. Saying the Messiah was born on a day he wasn't, and putting him in with all those pagan sun gods and trying to worship him in that way, how much truth is there to that? And then there comes the thing of the trees and the decorations and all of that, and it just, all of those things are pagan customs. And the Bible says in Jeremiah 10 not to learn the way of the heathen, that if you bring a tree into your house and deck it with silver and gold, that is a vain custom of the people, and our Father hates it. And a lot of people will argue, oh, well, that is not a Christmas tree. That Christmas trees were invented in Germany in 18 something, or I don't remember the date. I don't remember the year. I think it was 18 something. They say, oh, that was when the actual first Christmas tree was. Okay, so the Christmas tree would not have been called a Christmas tree in Jeremiah 10, but there is no difference. It's the same thing. It's the same thing as the Asherah pole, which got the Israelites kicked out of the land to begin with and divorced from God. And when the Israelites made the golden calf, they had not made that golden calf to actually say, oh, we want to worship an idol, we want to worship a golden calf. They said, they made the golden calf and they said, tomorrow is a feast unto the Lord. You can't use, and look what happened. Yah was like totally ready to destroy them. They were punished with sacrificial law, and they were absolutely divorced from God, kicked out for their Asherah poles and their graven images. He does not want us worshiping him the way the pagans worship their gods, and he tells us that in Deuteronomy 12. Do not worship me in their way. Do not inquire how they worship their gods and say, I will do likewise. Do not do it. Do not worship me in their way. And yet, that's what everybody's doing. All these customs that we have done at Christmas are pagan customs. And his word tells us not to worship him in that way. And I hope that this will serve as a beginning for you to search this out for yourself. And I'm going to link a video that one of my brothers did, Josh, in detail, that tells you a lot more. And there's many other videos that other brothers and sisters have done. If you don't research this out and at least see for yourself, then you've been warned and you can no longer be held in ignorance. So it would, because people are going into the tribulation for this kind of thing. So go search this out, please. And I'll do more videos and a little bit more detail. But this is just a beginning for you. So go search it out.